What is up, you guys? I'm Charmx, and today I'm going to be reacting to my random thoughts by Jaden Animations. Now, I love Jaden Animations. Jaden Animations, you know, makes very entertaining, and I can relate so much with Jaden Animations. I guess we have quite similar personalities. But yeah, anyway, hopefully this is going to be quite entertaining and quite funny. And with that being said, the original links in the description. Make sure you guys go subscribe to Jaden Animations. Without any further ado, let's begin.
Let's start off being honest right off the bat. I have no idea what this video is. I just had a random idea in my head. What if I tried to make a video that has literally no point to it? So here we are. Over the course of like a month or two, I started jotting down some of the random things that have crossed my brain and stuff along that line. Not the kind that are philosophical or have a deeper meaning, just the stupid one.
Was that her in like a, you know, what was it called? Like a Fu Manchu kind of look or something like that? Let me look what that means. Yeah, that's exactly what it looks like. Here, I'll insert an image of a Fu Manchu, whatever that. Is that I don't know if Fu Manchu is a person or like a stereotypical, I don't know, but this is what it looks like.
This video might change the way you view me as a person. Whatever, I don't care. Let's get started. I was going through my phone contacts the other week, and I was like, you know what? I want to get rid of the people I don't really need to have in here. Some contact spring cleaning. So I started deleting people I've never talked to, and the further in I got, the more I was thinking, who are these people? Where'd they even come from? Jacob Acorn? I've never met a Jacob Acorn before, the frick? And then there'd be people where I only added their first name. Ashley?
Hey, you don't know who it is?
Newberry? Yeah, delete. I don't talk to her. Ooh, wait, wrong Ashley. Well, I accidentally just permanently erased some other Ashley from my life. Also, that whole process made me realize I have way less friends than I thought I did.
Yes, it's so true. Even with, it doesn't even have to be on the phone. Like, Facebook contacts. I remember back in grade 9, for whatever reason, I decided I was going to try to have the most friends on Facebook. Little did I know there was actually a friend limit, and other people have already reached that limit, so it's not as if, even if I got the limit, it's not as if I'd be the first one to do it or whatever. So yeah, but I just started adding all these random freaking people as friends, and so many people accepted my friend request for some reason, and I didn't talk to any of these people. I don't know what was going through my head at the time. Even to this day, I still don't know what's going through my head. But anyway, I had like 300 or 400 friends or something at one point. I just got so fed up, like I just kind of gave up doing it, so I just unfriended everyone, and now on Facebook, I have like 4 friends, so there we go. I have like 4 friends in real life. That's just wonderful. And one of them is my brother and my cousin. Yeah, so let's just say things have changed a lot since high school.
Like, I didn't have too many to begin with, but I deleted a lot more people than I thought I would, and my contact list is far smaller than it was before. What if dogs were the humans of the earth? Like, instead of a human society, it was dogs. What would they...
Didn't Family Guy do a video or something like that? Where it was the humans were the dogs and the dogs were the humans? And Stewie, like, took a crap and the guy's like, hey, pick up that poop.
Create? Would they build a government? What would their education system be? Would they create dog hobbies and dog sports? I'm not talking about the typical throwing frisbees and tennis balls. Maybe they'd create a game where they wear face harnesses with a scoop that can hold a ball, and they have to toss the ball into a hole on opposite sides of the court, each hole providing a different amount of points depending on its difficulty. Kind of like soccer or football combined with basketball. And there's teams, so they need to strategize and work together to win against the other dogs.
That's actually a good idea for a sport, for humans. I think that'd be really interesting if that were to, you know, be created as an actual sport.
Would they create art and music and invent things? Do they have passions that we couldn't think of? Like, if humans were just a wild animal, it would be much harder for us to realize that, say, playing a saxophone was your passion, because, wild animals can't invent saxophones, silly. So you'd never discover that side of yourself. But what if dogs could discover their passions and creative sides like humans? I'd want to go to a dog art museum and see what kind of art they'd make. Aren't you curious? If dogs had the intelligence and creativity of humans, what would they do with it?
Probably sniff each other's butts.
Could they run Earth better than we are? In a weird way? I'd kind of hope so. In horror movies, why is it always the piano that's the haunted, pretentious, scary instrument? I've seen the scenario—
Exactly! That's a freaking great question. That's a great question.
Scenarios where pianos play themselves, the keys are smashed down to make a really ugly sound, maybe the occasional lid will slam down and kill someone. Is it because people see them as elegant yet ominous at the same time, setting up a good atmosphere? I want to watch a horror movie where instead of walking into a big empty room with a haunted grand piano in the center, a character walks into a big empty room and sees a ghost playing.
That'd actually be really funny. I actually really want one of those. They look really crazy. I want one of those. Beat it!
I'd be much more engaged in a movie like that. Just saying. Why does nobody talk?
It's too silly. It would break the atmospheric, effect of it being a horror movie. You'd start laughing. Doesn't matter if it's a crazy, ghost demon or whatever playing it. If it's got that wow 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 that kind of sound effect to it, you're gonna start laughing. That's probably why they don't do it.
Talk about half-popped popcorn kernels. They're just as good as the full-popped ones. After you've consumed 97% of your popcorn, you get to the kernels at the bottom, and instead of throwing them all away, you should crunch on the ones that are semi-popped. Heck! If you don't eat the half-popped kernels, you're missing out on some of the best things in—
It's true. It's true. It's freaking true. I think half-pop ones are like, people chew on, sunflower seeds? That's basically the equivalent. The equivalent.
Life. One time I was at the grocery store getting groceries. Yeah, great script right in there, Jaden. That was poetic. And at the checkout, I could tell the cashier was new at her job. Not like she was doing everything wrong, but you could see she didn't have the fluid motion down of a professional grocery store scanner. Those people have it down like it's an art form. It's beautiful in a strange way. So she was scanning the things, and she got to the cilantro. You probably know this, but you can't just put a barcode sticker on cilantro. I think some stores will wrap a tag around it, but the place I was at just had a serial code that the cashier had to manually punch in. So the girl was flipping through the book that had all the serial codes in it, and she couldn't find the cilantro code. I've never mentally connected so much with a stranger before, because I knew exactly what was going on in her head.
And you got the awkward silence kicking in too, and then the person's waiting. Oh, that would have been a horrible situation to be in. I always wondered, when you go to like a grocery store or whatever, and you pick, something that doesn't have, a barcode, such as a vegetable or whatever. If it's a new cashier or whatever, how do they know what the code is or whatever for it?
She was trying to quickly find the code because she didn't want to feel like she was taking up time by being slow, but in the stress of trying to quickly find the cilantro, her brain was getting frantic, which made her gradually start internally freaking out even more because she felt like she was taking way too much time trying to find the code, repeat cycle getting more and more intense every time, and maybe after a minute of her trying to find the code, she just silently put the cilantro in the bag. She gave me free cilantro out of panic. It was a good day.
Why didn't she just call, for a manager or something to come and help her? I mean, if you're new at your job, I'm pretty sure it's acceptable, instead of freaking out.
Also, did you know there's a website dedicated to hating cilantro? www.ihatecilantro.com.
What?
They write haikus. Stressing about a close deadline.
Really? Someone dedicated that much time to making a website just for hating is cilantro a vegetable? Whatever it is. A garnish.
Line is kind of relaxing in a sociopathic kind of way. We've all done it. You procrastinated a bunch on a project and are in the phase of crap because it's due tomorrow and it's already 10:45 p.m. and you've only got 0% done. But if you think about
hey, there's a SpongeBob reference right there.
It's kind of nice to see it as, well, I'm totally stressed and panicked out of my mind right now and would rather just self-implode. But this feeling is only gonna last for a few more hours since the deadline's so close. If you didn't wait until the last minute, it would have been a less intense but drawn out feeling of dread while working, versus this approach, which even though is 10 times more mentally and emotionally draining and likely very bad for your health, only has to last for 1 day, maybe even 12 hours if you really push it, so pick your battles. But don't say I told you which one to choose. I'm not responsible for any crummy projects you haphazardly spit out. That's still you. My parents' house had really big windows in the living room, and sometimes birds would fly into them.
I've had that experience here. I was getting something to eat, and all you hear is just BANG! This freaking bird flew into a window. I don't know why. And I remember like, and it survived because it flew off. But I remember years and years ago, we had one like fly into a window, and it like, you know, it like, you know, took itself out. By, how fast was it flying?
Most often hummingbirds. Whenever one did, I would go outside to where it landed, and if it didn't die from slamming headfirst into a window, I would pick it up and help it calm down and recover from being stunned. A lot of people would probably say not to do that because it's a wild bird that can have wild bird diseases, and they're probably right. But imagine if you did that with humans. Some kid is outside running around, they blindly run right into a tree and collapse on the ground.
I've done that before. As dumb as it sounds, I ran straight into a tree before. Way back when I was like 10 years old or something. Don't ask.
You run over to help them, and when you get to them, you go, sorry, kid, you've got a cold. Can't help you out, buddy. Also, are you envious that I've gotten to hold a hummingbird before? One even fluttered around me when it recovered. I'm a bird master. Like I said in the beginning, I was jotting all these down.
And hummingbirds are like the cutest of the birds, kind of, because they're so small and adorable.
Over a relatively long period of time, so I didn't just write all these in one go. And after looking at the list I made, I realized I wrote half-popped popcorn 2 separate times at different occasions. I guess past Jaden just felt extremely compelled to talk about half-popped popcorn. It is really good though. Why do kids on the internet feel the need to tell their age so frequently? You see it all the time. I'm 13. I'm 6. I'm 2. Is there a reason they do it? Do they think it's vital information they need to convey? Whenever
It's so true. It's so true. I've never really even thought of it before until now, but yeah, now that you mention it, like I see these comments all the time of people saying how old they are. And I don't know why. I don't think I did that when I was younger.
I see a comment that starts with, I'm 9, and my brain kinda automatically writes off whatever they're about to complain about. I'm not saying people these ages don't say anything valuable to me. I really enjoy seeing, I'm 6 and really liked your video, because then it feels like
and their username is a 6-year-old.
that message was written with full child pureness. You know the kind. They're still innocent beings that haven't experienced the cruelness of reality yet, but any—
Yeah, I mean, there's something really innocent when it comes to, like, young kids and, like, the comments and stuff they leave. However, they can also be, you know, young kids also tell it as it is, right? They can also be quite mean.
Any other time, it's just a detail that adds nothing else to their statement. One time I got an email that said, I love your vids, I'm 7. So I responded with, thanks. I'm 19. Do they feel like they're obligated to express their age? Do they think they're asserting dominance? Is it an accomplishment to them? More mysteries I have yet to find out.
Anyway, guys, I hope you like this video. I love this, and I agree with a lot of it. Like, especially the popcorn part, the kernels that are like half popped. I like them a lot. One of the reasons why I love going to like the movie theaters is because of the popcorn. Whenever I go, I always have to get popcorn because it's kind of like a highlight, right? I love popcorn from the movies. But yeah, anyway, I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up, plus share with a friend. If you're new, hit subscribe and join the family. Also, make sure you guys go subscribe to Jaden Animations. I was Ashley, so I'll see you guys next time. Woo!